I've been in all their films. You just gotta have a hell of a slow motion button. Or have me sitting next to you. Like, you see that building over there? Okay, if you just look to the far right in the corner, when he go by, that's my shoulder shadow right there.
She comes from the legendary Wayans family, and you can find her in everything from Netflix to True TV to MTV's Wild 'N Out. Actress and screenwriter Chaunte Wayans will be right here at the Laugh Factory in San Diego this Friday night. But first, she's joining us live right here on the 4. First of all, Shantae, good afternoon and welcome to the 4.
Good afternoon. Thank you so much for having me.
Glad you're here. Let's just jump right into this. When your last name is Wayans, is that a gift or is that just a ridiculous amount of pressure?
Well, it's definitely both. Unfortunately, I didn't utilize the pros to it. I was so gun-ho on going, no, I'm gonna do it myself, and trying to splurge on people spending all my money that they got me. But it's definitely a lot of pressure because they're legends and they created an amazing comedy world for us, and so I have to follow.
Okay, so you have a lot of recognizable names in the family. Sean, Damon, Marlon, Keenan, just to name a few. Where are you in the family? Like, how are you related to everybody?
Okay, so my mother is a sister. So my grandma had 10 kids. So my mom made it through one of those eggs, and she had me and my brother.
So that's okay. So you are the niece of a lot of famous uncles and aunts. Now, interestingly enough, I heard you interviewed recently, and somebody asked you who is one of the more funny members of the Wayans family. I don't even know where you narrowed that down, but you actually said Grandma.
Oh yeah, absolutely, hands down. She she is where we get it from because my grandma knew how to turn anything dark into humor. So that's what we live by. When you can laugh through anything, that is the legend.
What is Thanksgiving like at your house? Does anybody get a word in?
After we beat each other up for the plate, you know what? It's like alley-oops. It's like instead of a starting 5, it's like a starting 100. And, everybody is just around passing the joke around. That's pretty much it. We have about, I say 5 people that are not funny in our family in any way.
And you don't have to name names here because I'm not going to make this Thanksgiving even stranger for you. No, not at all. But you get up on stage when you first.
They know.
They know. Yeah, of course they know. You get up on stage. You're first stepping into the world of comedy. What was that like to have your uncles and aunts, for that matter, in the audience watching you? Did they stand there with like a clipboard and pen and like critique everything, or how did that work?
One of the beautiful things about being in this family is that, kind of when I started, I was going out to open mics, and Sean was my go-to guy at any time of the day. He would like answer the phone and I would be like, man, I just got on stage and I bombed. And he'd be like, well, how did you say that joke? And so I remember them coming to a show, and I think I had to do like 15 minutes and I got stuck around 5, and they just kept throwing stuff out. Like, what would this person do? And what would that do? And I think what that does is you know that everybody started from a certain place.
Yeah.
And so I have to get to that place, and having them there was like, it was like a full-on masterclass in person.
And what do you say to the critics who say, hey, you got here because of your last name? They don't realize you started out as a production assistant. You were behind the scenes. You did the hard work to get to where you are.
I did. And the funny thing about that is having a last name, and when they are running the production, you don't really work there either. You know what I mean? I was a PA, but nobody wanted to ask me to do anything. So I just stood by the trailer in case Keenan was mad. That's all I did. That was my job for $800 a week.
Yeah, not very glamorous at times, not at all.
No. But it was good. It was fun.
It's how you learned. Drive-by Jokes is your brand new project. Talk about this and how this works, because we've seen this in other aspects, but this is kind of different.
Yes. So it is kind of like Comedians in Cars and Cash App. They're just like kind of combined. But Drive-By Jokes, having a lot of people around the stand-up world, there's so many funny people. And coming out of this pandemic, you know, a lot of us haven't got on stage. And so that's kind of where it came from, of how to improv in a low budget kind of scene and make it fun and, you know, still watchable. And so I came up with drive-by jokes, which is picking up a comedian, and they only get to talk about what's in front of them. So what's outside, they can talk about stuff in the car, but they get 3 strikes. And if they do not make me laugh within a 15-second range, they get kicked out the car, and they get to get saved if they make somebody laugh on the street. If they don't, they have to make their way back home. Or whatever their destination is. So it's a really, really fun series. I have 3 episodes up now on my Patreon. It's patreon.com/CWayans. And I'm just, you know, I'm really just trying to create. I'm trying to have my voice out there without being censored.
And you're doing such a great job. Chaunte, we're flat out of time, but I want to let everybody know you're at the Laugh Factory in San Diego coming up Friday at 7:30. We will see you there. Thank you so much, Chaunte. You've been great.